Martin Bryant here for The Next Web, and I'm here with Tim Dobson. Hello, Tim.
Hello, Martin.
And you are the Pirate Party UK candidate for the Gorton East constituency for this general election here in the UK.
That's right.
Yeah, so tell us, why did you decide to stand as an MP?
Right, so the Pirate Party's issues were really something I was really passionate about. And when the leader of the UK Pirate Party, Andrew Robinson, came to town to do a little bit of a talk, I went along, to talk to somebody who I felt strongly about the issues that he spoke about. And he suggested that I become a candidate. Now, I didn't realise at the time that the age of becoming an MP, the lowest age you could be, had moved from 21 to 18. So when he suggested it, I was like, I couldn't. I thought I wasn't old enough.
So you could technically be the UK's youngest MP?
Technically, if I was elected, I could certainly become one of the UK's youngest MPs ever.
Wow. Okay. So in terms of policies then, what does the Pirate Party believe in? Right,
so there are three crucial areas to Pirate Party's core issues. One of those is copyright reform. We want to reform the way that copyright is. We want to basically reduce the copyright term quite radically to about 10 years. We want to ensure proper free speech for everybody. We don't want to make. We want to reduce the impact of libel laws to stop them preventing scientific research and comment. And we want to make sure that government data is accessible to the people who paid for it and make government more transparent.
Fantastic. And so I think a lot of people, just the way I instinctively said fantastic in relation to that shows that obviously the audience for The Next Web is very much a tech-savvy group, and a lot of us will probably agree with a lot of what the Pirate Party is saying. But you're standing in Gorton East, which, for people who don't know Manchester, probably isn't the most tech-savvy of constituencies, not necessarily. It's a very wide-ranging group of people in that community. So why stand there?
It's a very, very good question. And Gorton East is, I feel, a very unique constituency in that it's got quite a good blend of university students and people who really care about issues that affect them. So issues that perhaps, so if you're a family with, say, 2 working parents, or you run a small shop, you're going to care about if your kids get cut off the internet, or if you run a small pub, you're going to care if you suddenly can't provide Wi-Fi to your clients because you've just become it's just become too risky for you. So I think Gorton East is actually a really good constituency to stand in because it's fairly central to Manchester, but also has quite a sympathetic group of people to Pirate Party policies.
And aside from copyright reform and the kind of digital issues, what kind of stance does the Pirate Party take on wider social issues?
Right, so the way the Pirate Party works is that the Pirate Party has core issues that I've just mentioned and covers issues to do with digital rights. Everything else, so the economy, health, social welfare, and police, crime, so forth, is all down to the individual MP to decide what their policy is. That is to say that the party isn't whipped at all, and I have a free rein over what my policies would be for instance, local policing. And so the UK Pirate Party doesn't per se have a stance on any of these issues. Yeah. From that perspective, I would be standing as an independent. I am standing as an independent.
Right.
So my policy is to do with all of these kind of issues. They vary. They vary, and feel free to ask me about them.
Yeah. So would you say you? I would imagine you take quite a liberal stance. Right.
In general, but I wouldn't necessarily pigeonhole myself as a liberal or.
No. Yeah. Well, I personally feel that a lot of these kind of political polarities, the way a lot of people say, "Oh, you're a liberal, you're conservative," they're kind of quite out of date anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think people's political views these days are a lot more free form. Yeah, it's an interesting idea to hear that you're standing on that kind of platform.
Well, absolutely. I mean, especially because it means I can properly engage with local constituents and actually get their opinions on these issues rather than just repeating the party line to them. So if a constituent was to come to me and, for instance, be asking about tuition fees for students, I'd say, come and talk to me about this and tell me how it's affecting you, rather than just saying, well, we think this in 4 years' time that students should pay more, and there should be more students in university and less funding for universities and this kind of thing. I'd say, come and help me work this out, because I'm not going to be the expert in the field, and you seem to be suggesting that you maybe are, or certainly passionate about it. So I definitely encourage people to get in touch with me if you care about a core issue.
Brilliant. And finally, one thing that strikes me about a party calling itself the Pirate Party is that might put people off.
That's a very good point. And the name of the party is somewhat a blessing and a curse. So we take it from the Swedish Pirate Party, which was set up in Sweden, and has had some success in the European elections. But generally, we try to characterise ourselves as a sensible party with a silly name, rather than one that's the other way around.
Right.
So you won't be catching me dressing up in a pirate outfits anytime soon.
Arr! Thanks a lot.
No problem. Thanks,
Thank you.
Martin.
Cheers.